All right, how's your imagination this morning? Anybody got a good imagination? All right, I'm holding an invisible deck of cards. How many of you can see it? You can't see it, it's invisible. I'm just holding it. I'm just kidding. That's not the imagination I need you to imagine. I need you to imagine something else that's not in the room, and that is that y'all are all out in the ocean. And all of you are in the midst of the ocean, and the ocean is just starting to get more and more turbulent. And you need a safe place to come to. The only safe place would be up here on the stage, because we would call this the harbor. But when the ocean is out there and rocking and rolling, the thing that makes a harbor a safe place is there is a barrier of land that goes almost all the way around the harbor. Now, when there's a barrier of land almost all the way around the harbor, it means there's only one way in. But the rocking and rolling of the ocean that goes on out there is not going on because of the protection of the land inside the harbor. Now, I need a couple of volunteers. I need 2 volunteers. All right, Nelson, who else? All right, come on up, young man with the black hat on. You want to come up here? It's going to be easy. You don't have to say anything. All right, Nelson. I'm sorry, Nelson, you can't say anything either. No, you could if you wanted to. Step down here, Nelson. I need you to stand right here in front of Miss Betty. All right, young man. Beautiful. I'm so glad you're here. All right, I need you to hold this light. And I want you to hold it right there, but you're going to need to hold it up high enough so that people can see it. You see this lantern back here at the back? I just kind of stuck it up here. This lantern is representing a lighthouse. And the area that I'm standing here represents that protected area from the rocking and rolling of the ocean. It's the harbor. If you were trying, Bill, to come to the lighthouse from over here, because you could see that light very clearly, you couldn't make it because you would crash into the land that's protecting the harbor. If y'all were trying to come from over here, you wouldn't be able to make it because you'd crash into the land that's protecting the harbor. The only way to get into the harbor would be through one narrow channel. And the narrow channel was cut deep enough and it was left clear enough. And if you have your eyes fixed on that lighthouse, it's a wonderful thing. But a lot of people having their eyes fixed on the lighthouse, which is Jesus Christ, are crashing through life because they don't have godly examples who are guiding them into a safe place, a peace that goes beyond understanding. But there are a couple of guys here that are standing on the corners of the shore of the channel. And all you have to do in life is look for those lights, those lower lights. And when the lower lights are in place, then they guide you straight through the channel right to the safe harbor. You see, there's a song that was written a long, long time ago, a time when ships didn't have GPS navigation. It was a time when people that had ever been out in the ocean, especially during rough times of water or at night, seeking safe harbor, had to look for the lower lights. And all they would have to do was, once they found the lighthouse, which could be seen for miles and miles, once they found the lighthouse, they just kept going along until they saw the lower lights, and they line up their ship with the lower lights, and they come right into the safe harbor. God has given us a responsibility. None of us are the lighthouse. We do reflect the light of the lighthouse, but in this illustration, the responsibility that we have are to guide people to Jesus and to guide them into the safe channel, through the safe channel, into the safety of the harbor. Thank you guys for doing that. You know what? If they were sitting down, you wouldn't be able to see their light, would you? They have to be standing up, and they have to be holding up that light for you to be able to see it. You have to be standing for Christ to be of any value for Christ. We'll talk more about that in just a little while, and how one man carrying a name that was not a real positive name in the Bible was a light that guided people to Jesus. Thank you, men. If y'all want to set those up here, I'd appreciate that. Take out your song sheets now. The old hymn says it in such a beautiful way. That illustration. Think about your responsibility as we sing, "Let the Lower Lights Be Burning." Brightly beam